kinds of things would make a venue more comfortable or less intimidating for everyone?
We did say about people who aren't able to wait in queues and things like that. I think when you go to an event and you see that long queue for the restroom and it's kind of daunting, there should be that accessibility for those who can't wait or can't obviously wait in a queue that long. Another thing would possibly be like, I'm trying to think, like lighting and sound. There should be available headphones if someone hadn't been prepared enough, for that event, didn't understand that there would be loud noises and things. Have headphones. Sanitation as well, you'd have a sanitation station. That would be very helpful.
Also, like, I remember during COVID, when you would go to an event, some sort of show, they would give you, like, to keep everyone spaced out, different entrances for people. So when you went in, it wasn't just a big group of people like hurtling into the entrance. It was a really smooth experience. Whereas now, it is more just a big queue, a big group, which can be quite intimidating if you maybe suffer from, like, I don't know, social anxiety or autism.
I've got one.
Yep.
People who sign at events, I think it's so incredibly needed. I don't often see a lot of people who sign. It's quite a shame, I think a lot of people miss out.
On a similar note, there's a lot of football teams, mine and a few other football teams in Scotland are doing it, where they have sections where people who are partially sighted can sit, and they have a connection and it cuts straight to an audio commentary that's done specifically for them of the game. So even though they can't see everything that's happening, they can feel the atmosphere, be at the game, and still enjoy it. So football teams all now have sort of autism rooms where you can get sensory rooms. They have, as I said, the the audio description for people.
It's really interesting. I've never even seen that before, actually.
I know Kilmarnock, we spent quite a bit of money on in a sensory room. So, and you see quite a few kids going, they get their headphones on, and then parents maybe take them to that if it gets overwhelming. So yeah, it's really good and something that I think more venues should look at.
That's amazing.
How about the organisers? What could the organisers do in terms of providing things to stop the anxiety?
One thing I feel is I lose my friends quite a lot when I go to things. And the one thing I think is, like, when I looked at my phone, I didn't have any reception. There should be Wi-Fi at events for people, because I get worried. I think for those who obviously suffer from social anxiety, who could be given buddies. So it could be people who are in an event who know, like first aid, things like that, and you can pair up, and if you can turn towards their buddy and go, I'm not feeling okay, do you know the safest way out? It'd be very helpful to have those, standing around or even being paired up with.
I agree with what she's saying, because especially me as a new student at GCU, I come in, I don't know anything, I don't know the ways out. So having the student ambassadors, that was like, I don't know, like the best, because they were very helpful. So yeah, I agree. At least having a buddy.
On the same thing, the protest in Glasgow at the weekend, there was a protest pals thing that they were doing before it, where if you wanted to go but you maybe felt uncomfortable going on your own, you filled out a little form and you sort of put your pronouns, your gender, who the people you'd prefer to meet up with, and then they linked you with somebody else who was in that same situation, and you can meet up before the event, and then you had somebody to be there so you weren't on your own. I think that kind of thing maybe could be extended to concerts and things.
That's a really nice idea.